All right, there's a very famous formula for calculating the monthly payment if you borrow, say, $25,000 for a house at 4.5% for 30 years. And here's the formula. And as you might imagine, this is rather complicated. So, how do we actually do this? Well, if you look at you don't have to look at it now, but your take home test, the second page of it says, for these problems, use this website. I use it because I'm used to it. It's fairly easy to navigate. And here's how you do it. You enter the mortgage amount, which was 125,000. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I had that amount wrong. Okay, got it. And you're going to pay it in 30 years. Oh, and you do not put 0.045. It's 4.5%, and you're going to get about $633.36. That was really fast. It really was. And it was a lot quicker than, for example, doing this with a scientific calculator, which I will attempt this one more time and see how that goes. If I do 125,000 times 0.045 divided by 12, looking at it, I get that. And then I have to divide that by open parentheses 1 minus open parentheses 1 plus 0.045 divided by 12, close parentheses, raised to the power minus 360, close parentheses, equals, there it is, 633.356, which rounds up to 36 cents. But you can see that this formula, it really requires a lot of experience. It's just, yeah, it works, but my goodness, wasn't this easier though on this website? So your a few questions that you have, and this is something I want you to hold on to for your entire adult life. Because if you're going to borrow something, it doesn't have to be for a house, it could be for a car or anything. But if you decide you want to try to pay it off in 25 years, look how that easy it is to do. Just put 25. It changes it to 300 months, and maybe you can get a 4.2% note and hit calculate. Isn't that convenient? Seriously. Now, if you've never experienced buying a house, keep this in mind. You can use the word amortization to search the internet, or you can keep this assignment and go back to bankrate.com. Now, just so you'll know, added to this monthly payment is something called the amortization schedule. Uh, what that includes is principal and interest, and here it is. The first month, just so you know how it works, if you're going to borrow $125,000, then how much interest you're going to owe is you multiply that by the interest rate as a decimal, which is 0.042, divided by 12. This is the monthly interest rate, and you get 437.50. And looky there, your interest rate the first month is 437.50. So the rest of your payment, you would subtract that from 673.68. Hope I did that right. And you get 236.18, and that amount reduces how much you owe. So it changed that to negative. And then the original amount was 125,000. So now you only owe 124,763.82. That's that right there. So the second month you owe 1/12 of 4 point whatever 2% times this number. And so that's a little less interest. Notice that your interest, not rate, but your interest went down 83 cents or so, and your principal payment went up. And throughout the life of the loan, and here's a total interest column, throughout the life of the loan, if you continue to make these payments and you don't pay anything extra, you will wind up with, oh my God, I'm going through the next 30 years of your future life. Looky here. Oh, this is painful. And the last payment is $2.35 interest and the rest principal. and you will have paid 77,000 plus dollars in interest alone. Now, notice at the end, you will find, if you ever experience this, that most of your payment goes to principal and only a little bit to interest. So at this point, the mortgage company is not making very much money off of you. So somebody's going to ask you to refinance, which means, for example, in my case, say my house is worth $140,000 and I only owe 120,000 on it. So I got $20,000 what they call equity. I can refinance for 140,000, but they'll give me $20,000 cash and then have a new loan, maybe at a better interest rate. So these are all uses of mathematics that are extraordinarily useful to the average citizen, in my humble opinion. And you use that to work, let's see, problems 15 through 18 by going to this website. I give you the amount of the loan and the interest rate and the term of the loan, and you figure out how to do that. Now, what I sent you in email was this copy. This is a little different from what's in your book. I forget what page it's on, 60 something. I added the option of going to google.com in order to do some of these conversion problems. Like what? Well, for example, 1 liter turns out to be that. If you go to online conversions, I want you to not conversions plural, but conversion. Uh, you can select, for example, if you want to convert a liter to how many ounces that is. Well, you read it and said, okay, liter, that's volume. So let's go to quantity 1 liter. It's in alphabetical order, so this is good. 1 liter, I'm going to convert it to ounces. There's several options under ounces. For example, US liquid, UK liquid. Let's go to US liquid. And there it is, 33.81. That's where this number came from. Now, I have concluded, in my humble opinion, that it is much easier and much more convenient to use Google and carefully type in convert 1 liter to ounces. Now remember, there were two different kinds of ounces. There was American and UK. If you hit the enter key on that, it just does it. And because your take-home test says round to the nearest zero point zero 0.01, that means 2 decimal places. You would put 33.81. But notice you have a little drop-down menu here. If you really wanted to do it in U.S. fluid ounces, that's fine. If you want to do it in UK, I don't even know if that's there. So you have all imperial. That's England. Okay, now you will find on this take-home test that some of these problems are pretty tricky to do in online conversions. And here's an example. This is hard to see. I'm going to raise that up. 3.7 kilograms per square centimeter is equivalent to how many pounds per square inch? It's like, what the heck is that? Well, let me give you an example of what the heck that is. Uh, if you're supposed to put 50 pounds per square inch tire pressure, this is air pressure in your tire. Aha. But your gauge doesn't come in pounds per square inch. You got one from a friend in Europe where they use a civilized system called the metric system, and you need to convert 50 pounds per square inch to kilograms per square centimeter. What you need to do now is go to online conversions, but you have no idea what this is. Well, here's what it is. It's called pressure. Oh, so 50 pounds per square inch. I put the 50 there. I scroll down alphabetical order to pounds per square inch. Pounds per square inch. I need kilograms per square centimeter. So I scroll down alphabetically. It's called kilogram force here, and that's actually okay. So kilogram force per square centimeter, and it says 3.51. Okay, let's take that. Well, let's just go over here. Let's go to Google and let's see if we can convert 50 pounds per square inch. I don't know if it's going to take SQIN or not, to kg per square centimeter. Well, it interpreted it for me. Let's see. Whoa. Why didn't Google do that? Well, let's see. Pounds per square inch. I don't know. Convert 50 pounds per, I better spell it out, square inch to kilograms per, ooh, square centimeter. I click on that. Let's see what it does now. Aha. Looky there, 31.515, you would put 30, not 31, 3.515, you would put 3.52. And over here, looky there, 3.515. Okay, I am not going to tell you how you have to do it. In my view, Google is much more intuitive. You just type out, key in what you want to say. The online conversion thing is pretty sophisticated, but you'll notice you have to know more stuff. If you don't know that kilograms per square centimeter is pressure, you can't really figure it out. But happily, Google takes that into consideration and it says, we don't care what you call it. Uh, yeah, it is pressure, but you don't have to know that to use Google. I think that's probably a pretty good deal. Um, Now, another interesting development has occurred, and that is this morning I learned a little bit more about Canvas, and but before I forget, this take-home test is due a week from today or tomorrow. You can turn it in late if you want to, and please have your questions ready by Monday or Tuesday, whenever you come to class next. Most of you come on Monday, but some of you may want to come on Tuesday. It doesn't matter. Uh, you should have some questions about these, although you know, not really sure. So let me share this with you, in that I learned about in Canvas, and here it is. Let me pull up this particular group here because I want to. This is our actual roster, our actual website. Now, under files, I have I have a test file here, which we don't need to really worry about. But under files here, I'm going to I'm going to upload a couple of files, and they happen to be right here. And now they are right here. Here is a take-home test. I emailed this to you in Canvas, I think yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. Yesterday. And here's this. So you can, if you want to, you can upload it. You don't have to. I sent it to you in email. It's your call, but it's there in case you want to upload it now. Now, here's the good part. This is under files, but if you already have it and you're already working on it on your computer, you don't need to upload it again. Nothing's changed. You can now go to assignments. Aha. And if you go to assignments, here is what I want you to do. Notice on the take home test, the third page of it has answers to test four. I want you to, and I included this, I actually put this in the body of the email yesterday. So you can just take all of this, the blank answer sheet, and you can copy it into your own Word or whatever document you use. Then you can enter all of your answers, and then you can guess what? I'm going to go to student view. You can go to under assignments, not files. Under assignments, you can go to test four, tells you when it's due, and you can upload it. And when you upload it, and you're logged on as you, of course, it will automatically include your name. And if anybody would like to try that, you may do so. You don't have to. If you want to try it, just to upload, upload nothing, or upload a blank piece of paper or testing 1 2 3. If you want to see if you can do that, that would be great. Now, here's the good news: if that becomes something that it just doesn't work for you, you can always send it to me in Canvas email. That is okay. But I do think it'd be good for you to learn how to upload stuff in case you ever have to do it again. So you just go to test four, you click on that, and then you submit. Well, you can do the assignment, I suppose, but you will do that without having to have the computer on, except for the internet. Okay. All right. Interesting. Any questions? So basically, do your work, just submit the answers. You don't have to submit the whole take home test. I mean, you can, but it's easier for me to grade if you don't. If you just submit the answers to test four, and you have until Thursday night to do that. All right. Any questions?
I tested out submitting something and it worked.
Wow.
Just
Cool.
so you know.
Okay. Good news. I think I can stop recording now.